All right, people, this is going to be a slightly unusual assignment, okay? But I'm trying to help you get the naming rules down and to always get the questions right. So you're going to do this with me right now. Every time you do a naming worksheet, you are welcome to use an index card. So I'm going to cut something about the size of an index card. And this is something that I traditionally do with students, okay? So you've got a little index card here. And I want you to cut one at home because I'm going to have you turn this in, all right? So you're going to make an index card. On the front of this index card, you're going to draw an outline of the periodic table. So take your time and just make something that looks about right, okay? And of course, right here, we're going to put the stairs, okay? And I'm going to make a block over here. This is for our +1 and +2 group, right? Now, we're going to put 3 arrows on here. Arrow number 1, I'm going to go like this. And that's going to be rule number 1. Okay? Arrow number 2, I'm going to go like this. And that's going to be rule number 2. Then arrow number 3, they're both going to be over here. That's going to be rule number 3. Okay? Now, on the back of your card, rule number 1, just add "-ide" or the polyatomic ion. Okay, an example of that, NaCl is just sodium chloride, all right? NaClO3 is just sodium, and we say the name of this, chlorate. Remember, you can always just look those up. They're on page 7, okay? Rule number 2. You should know by now that rule number 2, use a Roman numeral to indicate the charge. Okay, here's an example. TiO, that will be titanium. And we know it has to be a 2 because it's canceling out the oxygen. Titanium 2 oxide. Okay. And then rule number 3, when they're both from over here, those are our covalent molecules. Use numerical prefixes. For example, C2H6 is dicarbon hexahydride. Notice that's an "-ide" there. It's not hexahydrogen, it's hexahydride. All right? So you need to have an index card like this. And now, anytime you're doing an assignment, as you go down the list, you can say number 1. Oh, that's rule number 1. That's what you do. Good. Rule number 2. Okay, boom. Rule number 2. That's what you do. If you make yourself a card, and I'm going to have you turn a card in, okay? I'm going to have you create a card and submit a picture of the front and back of it. If you use this card to do the assignments, then you won't miss the problems, okay? Peace out.